Welcome back to the Astutis YouTube channel and the next installment of Ask Astutis. In this series, we take your most frequently asked questions around a particular workplace training topic and give you the straight answers. Today, we're covering one of the most respected and renowned safety qualifications out there, the IOSH Managing Safely course. Whether you're managing a construction site, running a manufacturing line, or overseeing a logistics operation, this course is designed for people like you who need practical, no-nonsense safety training that you can apply immediately. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly who this course is for, how it helps you to meet your legal obligations, what regulations it covers, and most importantly, what real results you can expect for your business. As always, we know you're very busy, so we'll leave the timestamps below if you're looking for the answer to a particular question. Let's get into it. Who is the IOSH Managing Safely for? The IOSH Managing Safely course is built for managers and supervisors across any industry who have health and safety responsibilities as a part of their role. You don't need to be a safety specialist. This course is designed for those who need to understand how to manage safety effectively within their teams and the bounds of their role. But let's get specific. This qualification is particularly valuable for certain industries where risks are higher and the consequences of getting it wrong are severe. Let me walk you through some key sectors. Construction. Construction managers and site supervisors face some of the most challenging safety environments out there. You're dealing with heavy machinery, working at height, ground excavation, and multiple contractors all working in the same space. The construction design and management regulations place clear duties on you to manage these risks effectively. IOSH Managing Safely gives construction managers the framework to conduct effective risk assessments, understand their legal responsibilities, and implement control measures that actually work on site. You'll learn how to spot hazards before they become incidents, how to properly investigate accidents when they do occur, and how to create a safety culture where your team looks out for each other. Manufacturing. In manufacturing, you're managing fast-moving production lines, potentially hazardous substances, and complex machinery. Your team might be working shifts, dealing with repetitive tasks, or handling materials that pose serious health risks over time. The course teaches manufacturing managers how to apply the hierarchy of controls to their specific environment, from eliminating hazards entirely through engineering solutions, right down to ensuring that PPE is properly selected and used. You'll understand how to balance production targets with safety requirements because, let's be honest, you can't have one without the other in the long term. Oil and gas. If you're in oil and gas, you already know that the stakes are incredibly high. Whether it's offshore platforms, refineries, or petrochemical plants, you're operating in major hazard environments where a single mistake can have catastrophic consequences. IOSH Managing Safely helps oil and gas supervisors understand their role within the broader safety management system. You'll learn about permit to work systems, how to manage contractors safely, and how to maintain effective safety communications in high-risk operations. The course emphasizes the importance of leadership in safety because in this industry, your team needs to trust that you'll never compromise their well-being for operational deadlines. Transport and logistics. Transport and logistics managers deal with a unique set of challenges. You're managing drivers, warehouse operations, loading and unloading activities, and potentially hazardous goods in transit. Facilities management, vehicle safety, and manual handling are constant concerns. This course helps transport managers understand their responsibilities under the Health and Safety at Work Act and transport-specific regulations. You'll learn how to assess risks across your operation from the warehouse floor to vehicles on the road and implement practical control measures that keep your drivers safe and your business compliant. Facilities management. Facilities managers are the unsung heroes of workplace safety. You're responsible for maintaining safe premises for potentially hundreds or even thousands of workers, visitors, and contractors. From fire safety and electrical systems to slip and trip hazards and emergency procedures, it all falls under your remit. IOSH Managing Safely gives facilities managers the confidence to prioritise safety tasks, manage contractors effectively, and ensure your building services don't just meet the legal requirements, but genuinely protect the people using your facilities every day. How does IOSH Managing Safely help you fulfill your legal duties? Let's talk about something that keeps many managers awake at night: legal liability. Under the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, every employer has a duty to ensure, so far as is reasonably practicable, the health, safety and welfare of their employees. And here's the critical part. If you're a manager or supervisor, you have personal responsibilities too. You can be held individually liable if something goes wrong on your watch and you haven't taken reasonable steps to prevent it. The IOSH Managing Safely course directly addresses this by teaching you what is reasonably practicable. This requirement asks that you make informed, proportionate decisions based on a proper risk assessment. The course covers your specific duties as a manager, including conducting suitable and sufficient risk assessments, implementing control measures, and providing adequate training and supervision, and maintaining safe systems of work. You'll learn how to document your decision-making process, which is absolutely critical if you ever need to demonstrate due diligence. The qualification also gives you credibility. When you've completed the IOSH Managing Safely, you can demonstrate to enforcement authorities and to your team that you've received recognised training in health and safety management. It shows you take your responsibilities seriously. While IOSH Managing Safely is not a deep dive into specific regulations like you would see in more specialist courses, it does give you a solid working knowledge of key legislation that affects every workplace. The foundation is the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, which sets out the general duties of employers, employees, and those in control of the premises. Think a landlord. The course also covers the Management of Health and Safety at Work Regulations 1999, which requires employers to assess risks, implement control measures, provide information and training, and appoint competent persons to help them meet their duties. You'll also learn about the Workplace Health, Safety and Welfare Regulations, which cover the basics of safe working environments, things like temperature, lighting, ventilation, cleanliness, and welfare facilities. These might seem mundane, but they form the foundation of workplace safety. Manual handling gets significant attention because it's one of the biggest causes of workplace injury across industries. The manual handling operations regulations teach you how to assess lifting and carrying tasks and implement controls to prevent musculoskeletal disorders. The course also addresses the personal protective equipment regulations, the control of substances hazardous to health regulations, or COSH, and the provision and use of work equipment regulations. You'll understand when these apply to your operations and what you need to do in order to comply. Importantly, the course also covers your duties around accident reporting under RIDDOR, the reporting of injuries, diseases, and dangerous occurrences regulations. You'll learn what needs to be reported, when, and how to investigate incidents effectively. The beauty of IOSH Managing Safely is that it shows you how to apply these regulations in real-world scenarios that reflect what you deal with every single day. What return on investment can businesses expect from the course? So here's the question that every business leader asks: what's the return on investment? Let me share what organizations typically see after putting their managers through the IOSH Managing Safely course. Firstly, you'll see a measurable reduction in workplace accidents and near misses. When managers know how to identify hazards, assess risks, and implement effective controls, fewer things go wrong. Companies report reductions in lost time incidents within the first year after training their management team, which directly translates into fewer workers' compensation claims, less downtime, and lower insurance premiums. Secondly, you'll notice improved compliance during inspections and audits. When the health and safety executive inspectors knock on your door, or when you're audited by clients or certification bodies, having IOSH qualified managers demonstrates some level of competence. You're far less likely to receive improvement notices or prohibition notices because your managers can articulate their risk assessment process and show they've implemented the appropriate controls. Third, and this is often underestimated, you'll see a cultural change. When managers complete IOSH Managing Safely, they become safety champions within their team. They set the tone. They model the right behaviors. They create an environment where workers feel empowered to speak up about their safety concerns without fear of being dismissed or ridiculed. This cultural shift is often the difference maker between a reactive organization that responds to accidents and a proactive one that prevents them. Fourth, you'll improve productivity. I know that sounds counterintuitive. Surely spending time on safety takes away from getting work done. The opposite is true. When you design safe systems of work, you're also designing efficient systems of work. When workers aren't dealing with injuries, equipment isn't being damaged, and operations aren't being shut down for investigations, productivity goes up. Safety operations are efficient operations. Fifth, you'll enhance your competitive advantage. Many clients and contractors now require suppliers to demonstrate safety competence before they'll work with you. Having IOSH Managing Safely qualifications across your management team can be the deciding factor when bidding for contracts, particularly in construction, manufacturing, and facilities management, where clients take supply chain safety very seriously. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, you will sleep better at night knowing you've done everything reasonably practicable to protect your team. As a manager, that peace of mind is invaluable. You'll have the knowledge and confidence to make the right decisions, even when there's pressure to cut corners or speed things up. We all have that responsibility to make sure that our colleagues make it home safe at the end of the day. If you're ready to take the next step in your safety journey, check out the link in the description to find out more about booking your IOSH Managing Safely course today. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe.